Tara the Tiger, a story of courage, compassion, and leadership. In the heart of the jungle, where the tall trees stretched to the sky and the rivers flowed like silver streams, lived a majestic tiger named Tara. Tara was known far and wide for her strength and agility, but there was something else that made her stand out: her courage and compassion. Though she was a fierce hunter, Tara had a kind heart and always looked after the animals in her part of the jungle. Tara lived in a beautiful clearing near the river, where the jungle's thick foliage provided shade and comfort. She enjoyed her quiet life, but her instincts told her to be ever watchful over the jungle. As one of the strongest creatures in the jungle, Tara took it upon herself to ensure that peace was maintained, especially when trouble stirred. One morning, Tara was lying by the river, watching the fish swim lazily in the clear water, when she heard a rustling in the bushes. She stood up, alert, as a small deer named Dia stumbled into the clearing, her legs trembling with fear. "Tara," Dia gasped, "you have to help us. There's a terrible storm coming, and the river near our village is rising. If the water overflows, it will flood our homes." Tara's sharp eyes scanned the sky, noticing the dark clouds gathering in the distance. She could already feel the wind picking up and the temperature dropping. A storm was coming, and it was going to be a big one. Without hesitation, Tara nodded. "Lead the way, Dia. We must gather everyone and move them to higher ground before the storm hits." Dia nodded gratefully and led Tara through the thick jungle to her village, where animals of all kinds were panicking. Birds were flying in circles, trying to decide where to go, while smaller creatures scurried in every direction. The river was already beginning to swell, its normally calm waters rushing with dangerous speed. Tara stood tall and let out a commanding roar that echoed through the jungle, immediately catching everyone's attention. The animals stopped in their tracks and turned to look at her, their eyes wide with both fear and hope. "Listen to me," Tara called out, her voice strong and steady. "We don't have much time. The storm is coming, and the river will flood. But we can get through this if we work together. Follow me, and I'll lead you to safety." The animals hesitated for a moment, but seeing Tara's calm confidence gave them courage. Slowly, they began to gather around her, ready to follow her lead. Tara quickly organized the animals into groups. The smaller creatures, like the rabbits and squirrels, were sent ahead to the higher ground, where the storm wouldn't reach. The birds flew low to guide them, while the larger animals, like the deer and wild boars, helped carry the ones who couldn't move fast enough on their own. "Stay close and don't panic," Tara said as she walked alongside the groups, her eyes constantly scanning the trees and the sky. The wind was growing stronger, and the first drops of rain had begun to fall, but Tara remained calm. She knew that if she kept her cool, the others would too. As they moved through the jungle, Tara noticed a young monkey named Milo struggling to keep up. The heavy rain had begun to turn the ground into slippery mud, and Milo kept slipping and falling behind. Without a second thought, Tara rushed to Milo's side. "Climb onto my back, Milo," she said gently. "I'll carry you the rest of the way." Milo hesitated, unsure if he should take up the offer, but Tara's kindness won him over. He climbed onto her back, and with a mighty leap, Tara continued leading the group through the rain. The journey to higher ground was tough, and the storm was raging by the time they reached a safe spot on a hill overlooking the jungle. The animals huddled together under the shelter of a large tree, watching as the rain poured down in torrents. The river had indeed overflowed, flooding the village below. But thanks to Tara's leadership, everyone was safe. "Thank you, Tara," Dia said, her voice full of gratitude. "You saved us all." Tara shook her head humbly. "I didn't do it alone. You all worked together, and that's what kept us safe." The animals murmured in agreement, realizing that they had learned an important lesson. Even in the face of danger, courage and compassion could bring everyone together. Tara had shown them that true strength wasn't just about being powerful, it was about caring for others and leading with kindness. When the storm finally passed and the sun began to peek through the clouds, Tara stood at the top of the hill, watching as the river began to recede. The jungle was still there, green and alive, and soon the animals would return to their homes and rebuild what they had lost. Milo, still sitting beside Tara, looked up at her with admiration. "How are you so brave, Tara?" he asked. "Weren't you scared?" Tara smiled, her amber eyes glowing warmly. "Everyone feels scared sometimes, Milo. But courage isn't about not feeling fear, it's about doing what's right, even when you're afraid. And when you care about others, that makes it easier to be brave." Milo thought about this for a moment, then nodded. "I want to be brave like you, Tara." "You already are," Tara said kindly. "You helped your friends today. That's the first step." From that day on, the animals of the jungle looked to Tara not only as their protector, but also as a leader who always put others before herself. Whenever a problem arose, they knew that they could count on Tara to guide them with courage and compassion. And Tara, though fierce and strong, never let her heart of kindness fade. She knew that the true power of a leader came not from being the strongest, but from caring for the ones who needed her the most.